see me, they're gonna be fucking itching.
They're not gonna like it.
No, they're not gonna like it.
Okay, well, then we'll establish, basically, as I stated, we talked it over. I'm trying to keep these clips short, and I'm trying to keep them down to one story at a time so that it plays better. You knew me. Your name's David Smith.
Yes.
You're in my home. This is Friday
Friday the 30th.
the 30th of October. So I ran into you in the laundromat in Dresden about a week ago.
Yes.
And of course, I heard stories from you that's been very common knowledge around here. We've heard them over and over again, but as we related it, one of them was an issue with Dresden's Finest. I think I should have called this whole series Curtis Rogers, Dresden's Finest.
Yeah.
So I've heard this.
Town of Mayberry.
Yeah, I've heard this story a lot, but it's very common knowledge. I've seen it. Everybody that lives in this apartment complex seen it. Your mother used to live in this apartment complex, and without putting too fine a point on it, Curtis has been known to spend, apparently for back over a year, a lot of time
Yes.
at a certain apartment in this apartment complex when he's on duty.
Yes.
And I told you, I said, well, I've heard this a million times, but what I haven't run into was somebody that said, well, I'll give me a statement to that effect, and you said, well, I will.
Yep,
So,
exactly. And it was apartment 10C, if you want to know that. Exactly.
if you want to know exactly what it was,
Yeah.
we obviously aren't necessarily going to be able to put exact dates on it, but what you've written a statement to the effect, and what you're alleging is
Yes.
that you have seen this on numerous occasions,
Quite a few.
quite a few. And at one point, you're alleging that we're talking about numerous occasions of an hour or two or more, but you're claiming that one time you will verify or write a statement, or will you testify in court to the fact that you know that he was there for over 5 hours at
Yes.
one point.
Yes.
And as I explained to you, that I'm not the lawyer in the room, but we're still researching statutes. That one friend of mine, whether we're in error or not, has told me that that's considered theft of office,
Yes.
and we believe it's a felony.
It is a felony. Because if I was a cop, I was doing that, I'd be the first one out the door.
Well, I would assume that you would be out the door, but of course we know that's went on here for a year or two,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just common knowledge in town.
Yes, my mother's moved in there in August 2012, and I've been taking care of her up until July the 31st.
Where she,
2015.
and she's now deceased. She died.
Yeah,
she
Passed
died in
away
July.
July the 31st of this year.
My condolences to that. I'm glad you're here. Obviously, one of the problems we have is there's so many stories about this guy, but how many people are willing to actually.
He wants to run around on his days off with water guns, shooting at little kids, and you know what they say about all guns,
Yeah.
too.
Well, I'm sure
There's all
we've got
kinds
other
of
stuff
stuff.
that we could probably cover forever, but I'm very pleased with this. I think this clip will work out
Yeah.
great, and then we'll just keep downloading them 4 and 5 and 6 and so on.
Yeah.
And hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to hear from somebody that claims that sounds like something that sounds like stalking.
Yeah,
So
and cruelty.
yeah,
I have never seen it in person myself. I heard about it, and I think that's bullshit.
well, we'll track those stories back too. But thanks for your time.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, wonderful. Thanks a lot. Figure out where the